Welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Thursday, 6th July 2017. I'm Fredicia Liebert. 3 bills related to the Nevis financial services industry and 1 to the Ministry of Finance were tabled and received their first reading earlier today. The bills Nevis International Exempt Trust Ordinance 2016, Nevis Business Corporation Ordinance 2017, Nevis Limited Liability Company Ordinance 2017, and the Nevis Supplementary Appropriation 2016 Ordinance 2017 were introduced by Premier of Nevis and Minister of Finance, the Honourable Vance Amory. Amory explained at the end of the sitting that the House would, in short order, reconvene for the bill's debate and second and third readings. He described the 4 bills designed to replace some existing ones as substantive, 3 of which would enhance the operations of the Nevis financial services industry.
That they are bills to replace bills which are already in existence but which have suffered some adulteration in the review, and it has taken us some time to get the new bills in place so that we can have and maintain the Nevis financial services industry under bills which are in fact of the quality which meets international standards.
The Nevis Supplementary Appropriation 2016 Ordinance 2017, when passed in the House, will sanction further payment from the Nevis Island Consolidated Fund in excess of the amounts placed on the estimates for the year ending December 31st, 2016. The Nevis Limited Liability Company Ordinance 2017 will repeal and replace the Nevis Limited Liability Company Ordinance CAP and .04N as amended. It will provide for the formation of limited liability companies on Nevis and provide for associated matters incidental or consequential. The Nevis Business Corporation Ordinance 2017 will repeal and replace the Nevis Business Corporation Ordinance CAP 7.01N as amended. It will provide for the establishment of international business corporations on Nevis and provide for associated matters incidental or consequential. The Nevis International Exempt Trust Ordinance 2017 will repeal and replace the Nevis International Exempt Trust Ordinance 2016. It will make provisions for the law relating to international trusts and for associated incidental matters. The Maud Cross Preparatory School hosted its graduation ceremony for its preschool and primary school students yesterday, Wednesday, 5th July, under the patronage of Drs. Srinivasan. The ceremony was hosted at the Charlestown Methodist Church under the theme, "The journey does not start at the beginning, it begins at the end," and included a speech by valedictorian and a top student for the 2017 Test of Standards examination, Rishikesh Srinivasan. Srinivasan gave his classmates words of encouragement and advised them to continue to excel in their future endeavors.
This graduation has already shown us how capable we all are of accomplishing our goals when we commit ourselves to them. Don't stop when you are tired, stop when you are done, became our class motto. As we reflect this afternoon on a journey, one which began with hesitant, tentative, unsure steps, we can just see how far we have progressed. Let us believe in ourselves so we may reach our goals and fulfill our dreams. Let us be the best we can be, to fill our lives and the lives of those closest to us with happiness and pride. The road that lies ahead won't be easy. There will be obstacles and missed exits, potholes and roadblocks. There will be times when each of us will feel like we cannot possibly go on. That's when we look up to what we learned from Teacher Collins, which is much more than science and math, social studies, or language. We all learned what it takes to succeed.
Delivering the feature address at the ceremony was Ansem Keynes, who congratulated the students on their achievement and urged them not to succumb to peer pressure.
Graduates, today is a moment for you to be proud. It is your right to be happy for all that you have achieved from kindergarten right through to grade 6. You have worked very hard. You have toiled extremely long. And you have finally closed that chapter of your life called primary school. When you go to secondary school, graduates, there are many obstacles and challenges that, as I previously indicated, you will encounter. But perhaps the biggest obstacle which may threaten your journey is that of peer pressure. This speaks to the situation where many of your new classmates and schoolmates will try to negatively influence your attitude and behavior. Many will encourage you to do wrong things. Some of your new schoolmates will push you to skip classes, while others might encourage you to join a gang. Do not let others define you. You must know who you are. Choose to do what is proper as opposed to that which is popular, and walk the path which is correct and not that which is convenient.
As part of the ceremony, the school hosted a presentation of awards where Srinivasan received academic awards for Outstanding Performance 2017, the Premier's Award for Best Boy, valedictorian award, as well as awards in language arts, mathematics, science, and social studies. He also received the Credit Union's Best Boy Award and the James H. and Patricia L. Cole Award. Kimalia Warner was announced as salutatorian with 4 awards for Best Girl, the Salutatorian Award, and the James H. and Patricia L. Cole Award. Pre-activities for Culturama continue with the weekly activity dubbed Bacchanal Corner. Chair of Marketing for Culturama 43, Huey Sargent, spoke about the lineup for this week's event.
We start at 4 p.m. with the Blackstone Sounds. Then at maybe about 5 o'clock, we have the Miss CSS contestants doing a mini motorcade around Charlestown and then introducing themselves on Bacchanal Corner. Right after the Miss CSS contestants introduce themselves, we have a mini soca tent. We have a couple of soca artists. They're going to be appearing on Bacchanal Corner this weekend. And following the soca artists, we also have Odyssey Band, and they will be jamming until maybe about 8, 9 o'clock on Friday evening.
According to Sargent, the platinum sponsor Flow will also be on hand to promote their festival phone and other items. The chair also implored persons to come out and support the festivities.
This Friday, right at Bacchanal Corner next to the DR Walwyn Plaza, we have quite a bit of activity, and please come on out and show your support for the soca artists, for the Miss CSS contestants, Odyssey Band, and Blackstone International.
The slogan for this year's festival is Our Festival, Our Legacy, Culturama 43. Still to come, Nevis Disaster Management Department hosts annual meeting. The details when we return. Welcome back. The Nevis Disaster Management Department hosted its annual committee meeting on Tuesday, 4th July, in an effort to get a sense of preparations for the hurricane season as well as other natural disasters. Permanent Secretary in the Premier's Ministry, Wakely Daniel, underscored the significance of a proper preparation for possible disasters and commended the Ministry of Communications for their continued contribution during past disasters.
We have been quite fortunate over the years that nothing much has happened to us. And we trust and hope that as we go through this hurricane season again, that the same thing may happen, that nothing much may very well happen to us. But of course, we have to plan, we have to prepare in case something unforeseen, something terrible is to happen to Nevis, that we are prepared and we are ready to go. We may not be blamed for hurricane. We may not be blamed for a storm. We may not be blamed if there is flooding. But I think persons out there will blame us how we react. Here in Nevis, we have reacted positively and we have reacted swiftly whenever these things happen. The Ministry of Communications must be commended.
Director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, Brian Dyer, spoke of the plans the department has for the hurricane season and outlines the future plans for possible natural disasters.
The National Hurricane Center have issued their prediction for the rest of the season, and they have predicted an above normal season, which is 12 named storms, of which 7 or 8 could become hurricanes, and 3 or 4 could be major hurricanes. We are now at number 4, or anticipating number 4, and we want to encourage us as individuals from our very homes to the departments to be in a state of readiness. The next project for us is to develop a response plan for each hazard, that we can bolster the disaster plan for each hazard. Presently, we have a response plan for hurricane and tsunamis. We need to develop a response plan. We're working on the one for drought, but we need to have response plans for man-made hazards and other hazards. We are also working on the health disaster plan for impact in that sector as well.
Dyer used the opportunity to ask all other agencies, public and private, to submit copies of their plans to use as annexes to the main Nevis disaster plan and the overall federal disaster plan.
It's important that we have copies of our plans, because in the event of an impact, we'll have agencies, our members from various agencies here, so we can have an idea of the processes that you go through. So it's important that we get a copy of your plans so we can review it, provide recommendations, and also have it as an annex to the main Nevis disaster plan.
He also explained that the department has had a number of activities, including the school safety workshop, national stakeholders symposium, as well as ongoing public awareness drives. Dyer stated that the shelter management policy and a drought policy will be updated, and both of which would be presented to the cabinet ministers by the end of 2017. The St. James Primary School held its graduation ceremony yesterday, Wednesday, at the Eden Brown Church of God under the theme, "Determination is the Key to Success, Endeavor to Achieve." The featured speaker for the morning's ceremony was Education Officer in the Department of Education, Shefton Liburd.
I want to say to you, class of 2017, that many obstacles are likely to cross your path on this journey. They may range from the distractions posed so often as we see it happen by social media that is so popular among us these days. The Facebook that I know something of, the Snapchat that I have no idea what it is, the Twitter that I couldn't care less to find out more. And you name them, they are there. And of course, I would hasten to add that these are tools that can be used to our benefits. But we must always be in control of what goes on with them, with our interactions with these tools. If we allow them to get the better of us, then we are most likely to miss our goals that we would have set.
Valedictorian and top student of the school, Malishwa Brown, delivered encouraging words to her peers.
We have worked hard to get to this point. We have made tremendous investments in our bank of knowledge over the past 7 years. Let's continue to do so as we journey on to make larger investments to reap greater interest. Congratulations! Thank you, and may God bless you.
Brown received awards for Best Overall Results, Best in Mathematics, Best in Social Studies, Top Student in Test of Standards at the school, as well as other prizes. The principal's report was presented by Principal of the school, Daniel Wallace. The patron of the ceremony was parent of the valedictorian, Monique Brown, and the chairperson was past student, Kenroy Warner. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.